Okay, hello, beautiful people. It's December 31st, 2024, about to be midnight soon in hours to come, 2025. For some of you, Gunhild's in Spain, yes. Lynn and Peggy are and Gunny are in Norway. And Sheila is in Seattle, Washington. Colin is in Minehead in the UK. Fleur and Kelly are next door. Santarna are in the UK. And Eliza, she might be in Arizona. She's a kind of wanderer these days. Eliza, hi. Whereabouts are you? Are you in Arizona?
I am, and I head to Texas on Friday, and I'll be in Arkansas in about 6 from today. We'll be back in Arkansas.
Okay. And Maureen is up near Seattle, Washington. She's up in the mountains up in
Who
No,
the
is?
I'm below Seattle. I'm 4 hours below Seattle.
Oh,
Oh,
are you?
Margine.
Okay. There you
I'm
go.
by the volcano, the famous volcano.
Yay. Did
Awesome.
I get
Okay.
everybody? Did I say everybody? Yeah. Well, and Sharon is in London, right? Yeah, beautiful London. So there you
Awesome.
go. Fantastic. Okay, shall we line up first in the wave started this morning for our time with New Zealand's midnight, which was, I wasn't sure what would happen, and that power just surged through me, and all this wonderful stuff came to me. I wrote it into the event page, and then it hit Melbourne 2 hours later, and again amazing power. And then we send the wave on around the world. So it will be hitting Europe and Norway at 11 our time, 12 theirs in a few hours. So, and then we'll go on around the world and Eliza and Sheila will be, and Maureen will be close to the last ones to pick it up. So there you go. So if you just connect with that wa power wave that's surging through the world, a super boost for 2025, we'll start that way and feel yourself connect with all of us together and with the world we want to see this coming year. And pick up that wave that's been going from New Zealand to Australia and around through Asia and all the way over. And feel the beauty and the richness and the wonder and the power and the joy of it. Okay. Kelly's dog joined us. Was she making noise? Is that what she was doing, Kelly? Oh, he looked like maybe they froze. Yeah. Was she making noise? The panda. Yeah, she joins in
There's
every time we
some
do a
show.
big thing like that. Yeah, fantastic. Okay. So anybody want to share what you got while we were doing that? Again, the power just is there. The connection
Mhm.
is there. And one of the first things I heard this morning on the New Zealand midnight was kind of have a blank space for next year to be amazed. Because I usually do something about like, oh, what do I think is coming next year? And it's funny, this year it's like blank space, which I think is a great thing to be surprised and amazed by. So yeah, Margine, go for it.
I'll say I didn't get a picture this time, but I don't often dream. And the other night I got a picture, and I was being taken around the world, and all the big cities were wall to wall people, arm in arm, and they were all shouting, "We want more love. We want more love." Like millions of people in all the towns around, around the world. It was just a worldwide thing. And I just loved the image. It was so fascinating to go, around the planet and see wall to wall people in all these towns demanding more love. They were tired of all the rest of the junk. So I love the image. It was just wonderful.
Fantastic. I love it. Anybody else want to share what you got while we were doing that?
Mm.
Yeah, Sharon.
That's really interesting because what I got was more love. That's what I got. Wave upon wave,
Yeah.
more love.
I think that's what Kathleen, who's one of our maestros in New Zealand, put that she felt at midnight, New Zealand time. I think she wrote in the event page that it was like pure love just emanating forth, which was really beautiful. So, yeah. Yeah, and Peggy.
I go into the feeling of it, but it was so much light. So light is also love, but I just felt all the light. It's like blending light. So I just go with the emotion and the feeling. It's like, I love being in the light. It's like
Yeah,
a sun. Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah. Anybody else? Yeah, Colin. You're on mute, Colin. There
There
you
we are. I went to where I imagined the wave was at this moment, and I was sort of like sitting on the wave. And what I was feeling was that the old day of, if you like, the old year was looked very dark. And but when I looked behind me, there was this massive light, and like you were saying, this feeling of joy and openness, expansion, limitless possibility. All of that was coming through, but we weren't just riding the wave. We were the wave. So
go.
we were all there and just flying this wave, and it was
Yeah.
just sweeping across the country, and everyone else joining in, and it was growing. It was getting bigger and bigger as well, which was an amazing feeling.
Fantastic. Yeah. Do you know one of the things that happened this year was joy in all capital letters merged into doing the greater work. So it used to be all, for me, 15, 20 years ago, it was all serious and significant, it was, but now the minute you do the big work, like the smile comes on your face, the joy just bursts forth. There's like it's all merged up now. It's amazing. It's one of the things that's happened this year, and in addition to many other great things that have happened this year. So, yeah, brilliant. Yeah. Anybody else want to share any? Yeah, Lynn and then Eliza.
Yeah, so I was just following. It was like a wave of joy, exactly. And as it was reaching midnight, I was actually watching the image of the capitals, like Sydney, Beijing, yeah, Tokyo first. And it was quite fascinating. It was this joy was what was coming through to me, just this exuberant joy.
Yeah. It's certainly joy's shown up in my own life this year as well. And the rest of you too, you notice that
More,
in your life? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's just there. Like, amazing. Okay, Eliza, go for it.
I feel like I'm finding the joy again. The last week or so, I feel internally so quiet, like almost blah, like just still. It's been very weird. And as soon as we lined up, I went, oh yeah, it's just right here.
Yeah.
But the other thing I want to say is so funny because before I went to bed last night, New Zealand was already tomorrow. And by the time you wake up tomorrow, we'll just be getting to tomorrow. And just so I'm in this whole like it's so bizarre, but I love the feeling of the wave, and I love the feeling of it passing through each time zone like this. And it's so joy, yes, light, yes, love, yeah, just
Yeah.
different. Feels different to
We
me.
usually do a wave every New Year's, but this year we did one in August on 8/8 as
We did,
well.
I remember.
And the difference from August 8th onward. I mean, we kept, when we do our Maestros calls, we were commenting on how different it was for us, that it was just a whole different feel to everything. And you probably saw the post that I put in about Santarna waking up the other day and having this conversation about, I don't think we're beings anymore. Which is a strange conversation to have, but we both, Centauri said, it's better to be undefined, he said, in his great wisdom. And I said, I seem to be a morphable beast. I don't seem to be one thing anymore. I like morph into whatever's coming next and whatever we want to become in that moment. And, it's not, feel very less defined than I ever have, I would say, which is a wonderful thing. So, yeah, brilliant. Yeah. Anybody else before we line her up again? Okay. In this one, what I want you to do is take your greatest wish for the world, whatever that is, and power it into this wave that's moving around. And let's put it into place, into consciousness, into reality, into the earth, into the air we breathe for everyone to thrive upon this year. Okay? Here we go, all together. Okay. Oh gosh, that was wonderful. I could see Paul's hand sneaking in over there. Hi, Paul. But that's Fleur's partner who's sitting next to her out of the video.
Powering us, whether he knows it or not.
That's right. Yep. And that's Penda sitting with Fleur, who is a super conscious little doggy. Amazing being. So that was interesting. It took me a while to see what I wanted, and it was the gracious transcendence of the whole of humanity to its next level of possibility. That was my big wish. So I'd love it if each of you would just share what yours was and anything else that you picked up while you were doing that.
Paul's was he was flying high in the sky above the clouds.
We'll meet. So
That was Paul's over here pantomiming it for us.
we'll meet.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
no, we heard it. Yeah, we got it. Yeah.
Okay.
And saw that wing coming in. Cheers, Paul.
He's present by his hand
I love it. Yeah.
to line up with all the hot spots in the world, the Gaza, Ukraine, etc., South Sudan. But I was trying to do that, but I couldn't really because I was just getting so much joy just powering through me and just laughing, and I just couldn't even control it. So I didn't really do much of anything other than feel total rush of happiness.
I could feel the joy rippling off the screen. That was fantastic. Yeah. Fleur, how about you?
I was intending for everyone to live their passions and creative joys. And even if they can just find a little bit of that this year, if it's like far, far, far from where they are now, that would be amazing. But yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. Okay. And Peggy, did you stick up your hand? Okay, go for it. And then Marcin.
I just went into the feeling, and then a big love popped into my awareness. And 21st of December, we got another kitten. So, and she's so cute, and I want to eat her up, but it's like I never get enough of her. And I heard her sound, and we have had lots of cats, but this cat is special. I say that to all cats, but of course. But I saw the cat, and that was the symbol because I'm so much in love with her. And it's like that was the feeling I just went into for all of us, just being in love with life. So it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you are the symbol of the new love.
Fantastic. I love it. That's a good one. Yeah. Okay, Marcin, go for it.
I felt love and joy and peace and people following their bliss, following what their heart is guiding them. And then I saw the planet was thriving, and the planet itself was like a sun, and there were all these rays of light streaming out of the planet, sharing with the other galaxies and stuff. We had so much love and joy and peace and bliss that we became a planet of light, sharing our light with everybody else.
Oh, beautiful. I do believe that as well. I think we're becoming a critical point of all of that.
Oh, we are. The ancient cultures all talk about the 20s being the time when the earth changes. They said that thousands and thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
And you said you don't feel human. Well, according to science, we're 99.999% empty space, flashing on and off millions of times a second. So you really aren't solid. It's just an optical illusion. We live in you know, a, a holographic universe. That's what the scientists say. And so
Good.
you're not really solid.
I'll be
Go.
teleporting soon. Can't wait. Yay. No more airplanes, no more trains and buses and driving
Yeah, but
and
that's what that's what the teachers say is part of the fun is the journey. We all want to teleport right away, but sometimes going on the journey to get there is half your experience.
yeah, fantastic. Helene is just coming in to join us from Norway, by the way. So, So, who else? What was your wish for the world that you put into the wave? Yeah, Eliza. Hi, Elena. Hey,
My
Eliza.
wish for the world is that that everybody on the world, everybody on the planet comes to know that the world truly is a culture of love, that our foundational culture is one of love. And I'm going to do a 30-day experience starting in a couple weeks. So I'm going to let you know about it, Soleira, and maybe you'll share it with us.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, how many of you are big love, all in caps letters? How many of you are that? Oh, look at that. Yeah, amazing. I love it. Yeah, yeah, super. Okay, well, we will do a super love burst in a minute. So, Lynn, were you going to say something? Yeah, go for it.
I was just seeing how people were becoming lighter, and it was almost like and finding their integrity in the togetherness.
Yeah.
That was what was coming to me. And
Yeah. Do you notice how much more we're looking for authentic people now? You don't want marketing, you don't want branding, you don't want salesy stuff. You want real deal, authentic, real people. And one a good example of that is Kylie Kelsey, who's Jason Kelsey's football star wife, who's just got first podcast out, went to number one in the US in podcasts because she's so real. And her podcast is called Not Gonna Lie. And it's a really interesting. She's a good example of that kind of real, authentic, genuine, say it like it is, be real, kind of thing. So I think that's one of the things we're going to see a lot of this coming year. It's realness, authenticness, integrity. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. Who else? Yeah, Sheila, go for it.
My sense was, I mean, I started out just with my heart wide open and experiencing love, but then I got real more specific that we're gonna all feel connected, connected to each other and connected to the earth and connected to the universe. And just we're gonna be, or we are becoming connected.
Yeah. I think that's been progressively happening as well, especially over the last year and a half to 2 years. Really, there was like, hi, Lena.
I'm not going to stay. We are in the New Year's dinner. I just want to thank everyone for a wonderful year and Happy New Year.
Hey, Happy New Year to you. She's in Sweden, everybody. So fantastic. Hey, flowers and everything. Happy New Year to you too. Enjoy your dinner.
Thank you. And I'm leaving. See you next
Okay.
year.
Lots of love.
Bye.
Yay. And Helena is in Norway as well.
Sweden.
So, no, Lena's in Sweden. Helena is in Norway.
Ah,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got
Okay,
it. So
bye.
she's just come in as well. So, yeah. So anybody else, what was your wish for the world? Yay, Gunny.
Collaboration, communication, and respect and honor of each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. Anybody not said yet? Colin, maybe you? Yeah, go for it.
I was conscious of this wave that's coming through is going to bring massive change. We've already spoken about this in other calls. So I was asking for tolerance and understanding, give and take, because I think a lot of people are going to struggle with the scale of change that's coming, and a lot of people get very I say upset, but they stress out because change is something that it's almost like to be resisted. So I'd love for them to feel easier with it, feel more comfortable with the changes, and maybe that the vibration we're carrying can help them in that, to make that a transition easier. Because I sense, I think we've all been getting is this is the big year.
Yeah, and most definitely we're on an adventure of constant evolutionary quantum transcendent leaps. And to me, that's the enjoyment, that's the adventure, that's the fun of it. It's a whole different way of being in it all. Yes, I agree. Bravo. Yeah. Who else? Wishes? Anybody want to put another one in?
Well, I didn't actually have a wish or anything, or any person in particular, but my thoughts were drawn to a change in the physical nature of who we believe we are and what we believe we represent. And whatever change in consciousness is going to happen, I believe that, I believe isn't like the word, but I would say that even as something like Colin's just said about, he thinks that certain things are going to be challenging for people. I've said on a previous call that I think change is going to happen like that. An amazing, complete, round the world, can't even get the right word for it, but a happening, an event, a happening of such an unprecedented scale that people will just go, oh, okay, we're different. Don't know how we're different, don't know why we're different, and so progress on from that point, that it isn't a series of steps that people need to go through, but that the physical nature of who we are and represent is going to facilitate this amazing change around with no phasing in. And so therefore the whole thing just gets accepted.
Yeah.
You may think it's pie in the sky, but or that you dreamt it, you imagined it, it came to you in a vision, it came to you as a channeling from the great beyond. No, it just says this is something that's so very simple that you don't even have to think about the damn thing in any way whatsoever, because the change will almost like happen overnight, and you'll wake up and you're completely new. You're completely different. You don't have the memories of how you used to be, the suffering, the trials, the turmoil, the chaos, the depression. Sometimes when I go through these things, and Soleira says to me a few months later, "Do you remember?" And I said, "No, I can't, I don't have that memory of how difficult it was, about what I was going through. That maybe I've got a heart disease, maybe I've got a lung disease, maybe I got something else disease. They're just changes in the moment. And I don't give them any particular credence or attention whatsoever because I know it leads me on to something else. And that something else is almost like the milestone marker that says, you've passed the Rubicon dozens of times already. This is no different than any of the other. And it leads you on to a different pasture, a different understanding, a different wave of creation, that it's just going to be easier and easier and easier. And so therefore it becomes easier.
Fantastic.
And now I'm going to make the food.
He's going to come in and start cooking in the kitchen right in front of me, so you might hear a little bit of noise, but okay, let's line up again. Power it up. Whatever has come to you from all of this, whatever the wave is, it's holding all of our wishes, our dreams, our superpowers, our everything we've created in the past decades, literally. And even in the past week, things are moving so fast. So let's just power it up and gift it to the whole wide world. Okay? Here we go. Ooh, ooh, my goodness gracious me. That was like liftoff. That's how it felt. It was so extraordinary. Just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Well, I think that was Aunt Peggy saying she had to go. She's at work actually. So yeah. Um, gosh. It what I couldn't get anything specific about it. I was just in the thrummingness of it. And almost like I could feel the miraculousness of it, of us, and what we're sourcing. It's part of why I think we need to have a blank space for next year, because we're at a level of alchemical source creation is one way of talking about it. You might pick different terms for it, but and as groups around the world, as we do this, we have so much ability to bring light, to bring love, to bring power, to bring all of this amazingness to the world that it just takes my breath away. Amazing. And we're not even at midnight, Europe and Scandinavia and UK yet, let alone into US and Canada time. So beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Anybody else? Yeah, Maureen, go for it.
I'm in a group of over 4,000 people from 71 countries around the world, and their classes in an hour from now. And I'm going to take our energy and put it in there. And what the channeler says is that around the whole world right now, we talk to like what we call our higher self or our soul self. And while it's not separate, we sort of have to ask it, and it is coming fully into our bodies. Enough people have done it. And so for some people, it's going to be a shock because they're not going to know what to do with it, and because they've wanted to control others or whatever it is. So some of us are going to be really happy, but some of us are struggling. So it's just to have a lot of compassion in your heart, because some people are going to go through a lot of stress just because they haven't felt all that energy in them, and they're going to have to learn how to deal with it. But I'm going to take all our wishing energy and take it into that group, because we're all interconnected. And when 4,000 people think of one thing, it's pretty powerful. So I just love being here, and that I can take all this energy that we're doing and add it to our group and wish it out even bigger.
Fantastic. I love it. There are many groups around the world doing all kinds of, I think there's more people than anybody realizes
Oh, yeah.
who are on the side of having an amazing, brilliant world, super connected, super conscious,
Well,
that
that's
kind of
what they
thing.
say, that we've brought that part of ourselves into our physical body, that it's going to be in here. But they ask us to have compassion with family members or friends who somehow all of a sudden seem to be struggling, because it's going to feel uncomfortable to people who are all focused on the outside world and the news and everything else, to have this being in there guiding them, and just like all one, because we have all done this. We've brought this togetherness and our guidance right inside our physical bodies, instead of sort of being outside.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, many of us experience that, the
Right.
integration of the higher self, the greater being, then the source being. And as I said, that conversation Centauri and I had, well, what's beyond that? Like who knows? But we're putting it into place in reality. It's not a dream or we're living into it in very practical ways, which I
I
think is
want to
exciting.
warn people of one thing, because I had this happen twice this week, and God told me not to call Apple. Realize that you are an electronic being, you're electricity and light. And if your computer crashes, you need to turn it off and tell yourself that you are in alignment with your computer now, that your energy has raised, and that you are a different person, and love your computer, and then turn it on again, because mine like crashed 3 times, and it hasn't since I did that, because it said you are actually raising your electronic frequency, and you may have computer problems. Just turn it off and realign yourself with your computer, and tell yourself that you've raised, and maybe all the problems will just go away. So I just wanted to say that happened like 2 days ago.
Okay, thanks. Yep. Anybody else want to share anything you got while we were doing that? Okay, Lynn, go for it.
I was just experiencing how this was happening in waves, and we were learning to flow with the waves. It was like, and it was like ongoing, and it wasn't about being up or down. It was just but going with the wave. And that was how we were beginning to pulse together.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. Anybody else? Yeah, Helena, go for it.
I saw this very, very dark sky, and lots of firecrackers exploding into it and making light. So I think all the people who are sending all these wishes and desires out, and it's making the sky lit up and new energy coming in. So very clearly.
Fantastic. I think I saw something about the Schumann resonance today, whether it's true or not, that it was like off this charts gone white again kind of thing. So, we've been in high solar activity and high Schumann resonance stuff for the Earth all year, and it seems to be crescendoing, which is wonderful. But I think we're learning to live in very high frequency vibration, and that's part of the joy that's there, that kind of thing. So listen, I won't make this call a whole hour. We could, because I'm sure we've all got New Year's plans waiting for us. But I just wonder, as we've got a lot of love people all in caps on the call, perhaps all the love people would like to do a love burst for the world and the universe and beyond. Okay?
I think Colin should lead us. Last time was so great.
Yeah, go for it, Colin.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay, let's what I'd like to do is just talk you through how I bring my higher self in. So I'll just do that. I'm going to connect to the Earth's core through the heart first, and so if we just consciously connect to the Earth and the love that we feel for the Earth and the beauty and the harmony that we are establishing with that, and how all of the natural supporting energies that are coming up through the Earth, and then just feel that go straight up to what I'm imagining is that we're right through the Milky Way, right out through the black hole, and right out to another universe, or way, way beyond. You've never been there before. And then it just flowers into our wholeness. And that holds all the love that we are. And then we just bring all of that back, bring it back, and then have it go horizontally and encompass the earth, the whole earth, and radiate. Just be love and radiate love. And just feel one another in that as well. Touch each other with that. There you go. We are the love that passes all understanding. Mm. So I just got that you need to receive it as well. So don't just give it out, receive it. Feel it coming back.
Thank you, Colin. That was beautiful. I love it. I was just looking at the world clock. I think Asia is just going into midnight in the next like about 40 minutes, 45 minutes maybe. So it's now that wave is going through Asia at the moment. I think it's been through Singapore and Japan and those kind of places. So
I
isn't that
looked up the
exciting?
Schumann residence and there's a big storm today.
Yeah, fantastic. I love it. Oh, I'm wishing you all such a fabulous New Year's Eve, and I'll be posting pictures and whatnot because we'll be partying next door. And one of the things that's happened is next to us is a church hall, and every Wednesday they have a samba band practice that makes the windows rattle in our apartment. So they're having a samba band New Year's Eve party to which we have all been invited.
They didn't
So
want to upset the neighbors, so they invited you all.
well, that's what they said. They invited the neighbors to come along. So we'll pop in and see if we can get some videos of the samba band having a New Year's Eve party. So, but we'll be with you in Norway and Europe. We'll be with you at midnight your time, which is 11 UK. And also in the States, we'll be with you for your midnights. Maybe not the eastern side because that'll be 5 a.m. for me, but we shall see. Maybe I'll wake up and do the thing anyway. So there you go. But have a fabulous, fabulous 2025, everybody. And thank you for
Happy New
being
Year.
here. Mwah. Love you
Yeah.
all.
Okay.
Lots of love. Bye.
Bye.
So